Hello. Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 16th. It is 11 a.m. Central. Thank you all for joining me. I'm making sure I am recording on the right page. Thank you for your patience. I hope y'all are having a great summer so far. Oh, well. Let's refresh this, see if that works. Yes, okay. So I wanted to show y'all cards that my downline, at my last downline meeting, we had a swap, which we haven't done in a while, and these were three of the cards, well, the three cards that were in the swap, and I thought I'd share them with you. So this is that new turtle set with the paper, the embossing folder, the jewels, and I'm here for you always. So I thought I'd share that one. That was made by Miss Anna. So pretty card, Anna. This one was made by Miss Cindy, and I cannot remember the name of this suite of products, but it's got the little bumblebees. If you thought about getting them, they're adorable. They're tiny, but they're really, really cute. So wishing you a happy birthday. And look at this fun fold. Isn't that fun? Love it. So that was by Miss Cindy. And this was from Miss Donna. Thanks for being you. And it's got a belly band. And I think this was Charming. What was the name of this set? I can't remember what it's called, but it's got this belly band and then it opens. And look at this fun braided twine. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And she embossed the top part of the card. And it's got some gems on there with the petal pink. And I think this is cloud cover. Is that what this color is? I'm not positive. Let's put the belly band back on. But the paper and the stamping and coloring in, it's just gorgeous. So thank you, Donna, for those swaps. Okay, so these were the, let me tell you all about the Stampin' Up! Info. The paper pumpkin for August is Farmhouse Florals. You need to subscribe by the 10th if you want to get that. And it's 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs with the envelopes. And it's whimsical cards featuring flowers nested in delightfully unexpected places. And here's also the dies that you can get to add on with that. And then also the, this is happening, it looks like it's today, the 16th through the 18th, the virtual album retreat. I think, one last thing, my classes, I've got an evening class, card class, happening next Thursday, I'm sorry, the 24th, July 24th at my house in Waxahachie, or you can get it to go. And the RSVP last day to sign up for this is tomorrow, Thursday, July 17th. And I thank you for shopping with me online, ordering special. If you place an order with me at carrieritchie.stampinup.net, $25 order gets you 4 free handmade cards, and a $50 order gets you 4 free handmade cards and a free embellishment. Also, I have a blog that you can follow me. I've got a YouTube page channel that you can look at past videos, and you know, of course, you found me here on Facebook. These were the cards that we made last week with the Impressions of Bloom, and it was a 5 at a time card making. So we made these 5 cards, and I drew the names from all the people that commented on my video last week and also shared the video. You get 2 entries, and the winner is Miss Cindy Jones. So congratulations, Miss Cindy. Put this on the front so I remember to get these to you. I will see, she's coming to my class on Friday. Okay, also, this is a card that I made with the set that we're using today. It's called Mixed Florals. So it's been out a while. I just kept thinking I don't need another flower set. Said no one ever, right? Whoever says I don't need another flower set, right? Anyway, I kept seeing gorgeous cards posted on Facebook and Pinterest, and I finally broke down and I had to get it when we had the buy one get one free. I mean half off. So I bought the mixed florals, and then I got the cheers and sips for half off when we had that sale. And now I'm waiting to get the paper to go with this and the dies because they were not orderable at the time. But anyway, the mixed florals is so pretty. It's got this little, what do you call that? A stem of flowers, a stem of leaves. There's 3 little ladybugs here, all different. And this one has got some more of those little flowers with some tulips and leaves. Or what other flower could this be? I think it's a coneflower. And some more of the other little flowers. So I love this set. It's so pretty. And I made this one with watercolor. And I watched a video by Heidi, I don't know her last name, On We Go is, I think, her. Yay! Thank you for sharing, Cindy. Anyway, she recommends, if you're doing watercoloring, which I really wanted a watercolor with this set, taking your piece and using the Stamparatus or a stamp positioning tool if you have one, because the watercolor paper is a little bumpety. It's got texture to it. Sometimes stamping it does not give you a good impression and you need to stamp it again. Ink up your stamp and stamp it again, which it did. I tried it just using the stamp on a block, but it did not stamp it good enough. And when I tried to line it up again, so don't take this card apart because you'll see the messed up side on the other side. But when I used the stamp positioning tool and stamped it, I think 2 or 3 times, it lined right up and stamped it darker and it was perfect. And then I used one of our water painters, which are awesome. And when you get these, know that they go backwards. They screw on backwards. And when I first got them a few years ago, I couldn't figure out how to get the thing off. They didn't unscrew the right way. And then I'm like, oh, they're backwards. So you just squeeze a little water into your the lid of your ink pad or onto a clear block, and you can watercolor. So with this, I used crushed curry and Azure Afternoon, which this is crushed curry, this is Azure Afternoon, and then I used Mossy Meadow and pecan pie. It was just fun to do some watercoloring. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got our pieces, and I stamped ahead of time so the colors wouldn't run. I just wanted to make sure everything was, the best way to do it. So I did stamp these ahead of time, but I've got a piece of gray granite cardstock, which is one of my favorite colors. Who would think gray would be a favorite color, but I really love gray granite. I think it's a nice warm gray. And then this is a piece of basic white. It's cut 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just stamped it in black, Memento. So if you're using watercolor, you need to use Stays-On ink. And if you're using blends, you need to use Memento ink, because Memento is a water ink and it works with alcohol markers, and Stays-On is an alcohol ink made to use with watercolors. Also, it smells really good. It smells like vanilla extract. I love the smell of the Stays-On pads. I know that's weird, but okay. So we'll go ahead and color this. I've got my blends. I'm going to use Light Summer Splash and just quickly color in these pretty little flowers. I don't know what they are, but they're just pretty little flowers here. Summer Splash is such a pretty color. I really like it. What is y'all's favorite Stampin' Up! Color? It's hard for me because I changed my mind. I'm like, I love Melon Mambo. No, I love Pretty in Pink. No, I love Strawberry Slush. I love Coastal Cabana. Blackberry Bliss. I've got lots of favorites. gray granite. Speaking of gray granite, let's color in our leaves. So I've got, this is the light and here is the dark gray granite. And I'm just gonna color on these lines to give it some depth. And what's neat about alcohol markers is that they blend really well. And they come in sets of 2. You get a light and a dark of each color. And then you want to go back and go in with your, actually, let's use this one. Let's use this tip. I'm probably going to have to get some new ones soon because the wide tip on this, the brush tip, is kind of fraying. So, ooh, that gives me willies, that sign. So I know gray isn't typical color that you would use on flowers, but I saw a card similar to this and I thought, you know, I kind of like it for something different. And I didn't want to color this all in because I wanted to show y'all, you know, how to blend. But you can see the dark in there mixed, blended with the light. Oops, I got that on the petal a little bit, but it'll probably cover up. It'll be okay. I like to color. Y'all like coloring? What's your favorite medium to color with? I like the watercolor pencils too. They're fun. Yeah, the sound on this is kind of giving me the willies. Like nails on a chalkboard. Never really noticed that before, but it's being loud today. Okay, so there's that, and then we're gonna get to, oh, I'm missing one, light, pretty, and pink. So we're gonna start with petal pink, and then we're gonna go to Poppy Parade. So we're gonna start with the light petal pink on our tulips, and just starting, we're going to go from light to dark with an ombre look. So just starting at the top, and then we're going to go to our dark petal pink. And then we're going to go to Light Poppy Parade. Oops, wrong end. Wrong tip. Those colors, they blend well together, don't they? And then we're going to go in with our dark Poppy Parade. It's very like orangey red. But it really does look like the color of poppies. Okay, and then to blend it all in, we'll just go over with the wrong tip, go over with the light petal pink to just kind of give it one final blending, leaving some lighter spots up at the top. And we're going to adhere this to our card face. And remember, when you're using alcohol markers, that the ink does go through the paper, so make sure you have something underneath it so it doesn't ruin your table. And we're gonna put this on. Oh, I forgot the words. So we've got the memento, and I'm using the stamps from Unbounded Love. We're going to use You Are a True Blessing. This up. Hopefully I cannot mess this part up. Yay. And if you ever get it where it's light like that, you can go in with a Stampin' Write marker and just go over it to make it a little bit darker. And we'll add some of these. These are the iridescent faceted gems. And it looks like I'm going to need some more soon. These are getting kind of gone. Yeah, I probably need more lessons, Cindy, on blends and how to make, you know, all of that, how to do it properly. I've never like taken a class. I probably should do that, but anyway, so there is card number 1 down. You're a true blessing. Love the stamp set. Okay, card number 2, we've got a piece of bubble bath, and it is cut 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. And we'll just burnish that. And then I've got a piece of Petunia Pop that I've cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I've embossed it with the awesome exposed brick embossing folder. I'm losing my adhesive. Let's see. I'm just going to go slow. Put the adhesive on here. It's a 3D embossing folder, so you want to make sure and go extra adhesive and go slow on it so it doesn't rip. And we'll put this on. So the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. And then we've got our piece of 3 by 4 1/2. And I've already stamped that, I've already colored it, but I'll tell y'all what colors I used for this. So I've used light and dark Old Olive on the leaves, and then light and dark Bubble Bath on the flower, and light and dark Petunia Pop on the coneflower part, the center, and then these flowers are all the Petunia Pop. So that is all colored in, and then, oh, you know what? Where is my ribbon? I lost my ribbon. Maybe I didn't cut a piece. I swore I did. Oh, here it is. So this is on the Last Chance List Petunia Pop bordered ribbon, and I'm using it while I can because it'll be gone soon, but I really like this ribbon. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put adhesive down here because I'm going to pop this up. So we'll go ahead and wrap the ribbon around. We're just going to put that on the bottom, tucked behind, and run a little, no, actually we'll put, yeah, let's do that just to make sure it sticks. And then we'll add some mini dimensionals to it. And we'll pop this up. Oh, thank you for sharing, Anna. Thanks. Okay, get all of the backings off of here. Petunia Pop is one of my favorite colors. I love it. It's so pretty. So we could put this straight on here, but I thought, you know, it'd be fun to just kind of make it a little wonky. Put it on there like that. And then I did die cut this. I actually stamped Celebrating You. This is from Coneflower Celebrations. I stamped that in Petunia Pop onto some Bubble Bath and then die cut it. And then I die cut it with this little die labels with this set. It comes with lots of great butterfly dies. But I have one mini dimensional on here because it's going to hang off the edge, and then some Stampin' Seal right there so it can go on there. And then we've got some of the dragonflies and birds adhesive backed little jewels here. So we're going to put a couple of dragonflies on here. Aren't those pretty? It just adds the right touch of something something on the card. Celebrating you. And for the last one, so I pre-did this too to save time, but we're going to start with a piece of basic black. It's cut 5.5 by 8.5, and I've cut a piece of basic white to go inside so that we can write our sentiment on there. So this is cut 4 by 5 1/4. And then for the front of the card, I've cut a piece of designer series paper. This, I couldn't decide which one to use. There's so many in this set. This is the Botanical Textures DSP, designer series paper. And I love the prints. They're so fun. I went back and forth over which one to use because I wanted a black and white background for this. They're so fun. And you can color this paper. You can really do what you want with it. But I just picked this one because it's kind of fun and different. And we'll put some adhesive on here. So this is cut 4 by 5 1/4. It's kind of a modern looking design on it. And then I die cut this from Impressions, what's it called? Impressions of Bloom. I used this die to die cut this. And then I used the embossing buddy to wipe all the black, which is good on a dark color. Anything you're embossing, but especially a dark color, so you don't get the extra little white pieces on there. And then stamped this stamp in Versamark, and then used white embossing powder to make that. And then I die cut this label from Inspiring Imperfections and stamped a little note of appreciation from Textured Notes right there. So we've got all these pieces, and we're going to pop these up. And you can use the edge of your mini dimensionals, or the dimensionals. You can use every bit of it. So got all that going on. Get all of these off of here. Oh, I've had this pesky fly. Can't kill it. It keeps evading me. Okay, so we're gonna put this piece right on here, and then a little note of appreciation right there. And I kind of like that without any embellishments on it, just like that. But I did want to show you another one I tried. So this, I did the exact same thing, but when I finished, I took Whisper White Craft Re-Inker and put it on a little block and my water painter, and I colored this in. So it kind of looks like that chalkboard effect, the chalk look on there. So that one's kind of fun too. You could do that one. But I like the whole black and white vibe. It's cool and fun. So let me know which one of these is your favorite. Just a real quick one, you know, 3 in Florals. But this set, I think it's $24. It's a great set. It does have dies. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the dies. I probably will, because, you know, they'd be great too. Oh, and I stamped some of the little ladybugs and colored them in with the Poppy Parade, and just fussy cut them. But I think there is a die that cuts out the ladybugs if you get the dies. I just haven't got the dies yet. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed day, and thank you. Bye-bye.